Let's be honest with ourselves here. The GTA Online updates in recent times have been pretty lackluster, and we haven't actually received anything completely new that everybody or a huge portion of the player base has really liked and stuck to for a long time. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing you 5 brand new DLC ideas that Rockstar could implement into GTA Online in the future. If you have any ideas about what Rockstar should do, please leave them all below. I would love to hear them, but without further ado, let's get straight into this. So starting at number 5, I believe Rockstar should add a stock market. This has most likely been said before and has been mentioned by the community and is something a lot of us have wanted, but the demand for it has seemed to die down with the demands for GTA 6 to be released. But with that not coming for presumably, or because of rumors, at least 4 years, people have focused their attention back to the current installment, which is GTA 5 Online. A stock market would allow players to use a replica of their real life stock market, where players could invest their GTA dollars in GTA themed brands, such as for example, the Sprunk drink or Pegasi. These are random, and every single day they would randomly rise and fall, and it would give a good way for players to make some good money. Also, to add, Rockstar could add a way for players to manipulate the market illegally, obviously in the game, with a possible new business or scam center which would make NPCs buy stocks, which would boost the stock's price so players would make more money. Obviously, this will most likely not be added due to it being fairly complex to implement and stuff like that, and currently it seems Rockstar seem to be targeting kids who only know how to spam the oppressor Mark 2 and stuff, and like, ooh, ugh, heist, ugh, shoot. That's all they know how to do. So a complex feature like this will probably not be added, but it would be different and would definitely help freshen up the game, as currently it is on a downward path. I think a lot of us can agree with that, but let's move on to number 4. So coming in the number 4 place, I've kind of forgot to mention this, but this is no specific order. The next idea is something that I would love to happen. GTA Online has a huge and vast ocean biome or area that is rarely talked about and has no real use, if we're going to be honest. There are obviously no businesses or activities that really take place there, and there's very little point in diving into the vast ocean to explore. So I propose some sort of sea DLC, some sort of that takes place at sea on boats and stuff like that, where you could have old businesses or new businesses such as the cocaine lockup or weed business will have new cell missions that take place on huge ships which you have to fight off police and other smugglers, along with being able to use your Kasakta to move product in secret. In free mode, there would also be business battles that would take place in the sea where you would have to capture and secure a drug boat or something like that. Yes, it does involve older businesses, but it will keep these businesses from going stale, because currently I have no intention of grinding. It's so tedious and so boring. No new missions or something. They're just pumping out recycled content. They should really be focusing on some of the old content as well, instead of adding new stuff. Maybe revamping and reviving some of the old stuff, because we actually do have a lot of content in GTA Online. And if Rockstar were feeling extra generous, probably won't be, that they could revamp the ocean by adding coral areas to explore, large shipwrecks, sunken drug boats, and just some cool things to explore, because we have some really huge and great areas in the current GTA map that are just not being used to their full potential. I feel I only go to a handful of locations now and don't really get to experience the rest of the map filled with crazy details. But let's move on to number 3. The next idea was actually something that was suggested by one of my friends, and it sounded actually incredibly interesting and something I don't think I've heard before. So number 3 is some sort of estate DLC. Basically, in this DLC, from what he told me, you'd be able to buy and sell properties for profit or use them as some sort of extra storage for your other businesses. And to increase the value, you may have to go and do similar things for the nightclub popularity. So you know, when you're in the Zeppelin and you're going over, like dropping down flyers and you know, that kind of stuff. It would be a bit unique and would also help boost some of the other businesses. To add, we also have so many unused buildings anyway that are either under construction or just not used or have very little use at all, or none. So it wouldn't be a ton of work for Rockstar to implement this compared to some of my other ideas on the list. So in my view, this is one of the more realistic ones that could potentially be added in the future. Hopefully it does happen, because I think it's a really great idea. There are so many, like I just said, unused buildings. Like going through the city, I feel a lot of them are dead. Having new interiors, you'd be able to design them possibly to sell, and you'd be able to promote them using your own money and stuff, making it a bit more realistic. And it's a different type of business. It can be legal, but you can also tie that with your illegal businesses, such as the cocaine lockup, because you could like store stuff in a basement or store them there, and it'll give you extra storage. Next up is one that is similar to number 3, but just a bit more specific. It's a mansion DLC. This is a DLC the community has really wanted for a while, probably just behind the car meet thing, which was just been added. But in my view, a mansion DLC surprisingly will include, well, large houses or mansions with high levels of customization, with figurines, statues, and cool unique furniture, with some pieces such as statues having to be earned by completing missions or doing a certain objective, stuff like that, making it interesting, more content. But these large houses won't just be cool chilling and staying and invite your friends. They could have an underground operations center, acting like a terminal or a hub for all the other businesses, where you can monitor progress of all the businesses. But not just that, they would also, Rockstar could implement new types of heists, because we all love some good heists. Obviously, these are just all my thoughts, so if you think differently, leave your ideas down below in the comment section below. So coming on to the number 1 Uno spot is a museum heists DLC. A huge heist, similar to Cayo Perico, but with an extreme level of difficulty, and I mean really, really difficult. But it would reward super well, like 10 million every time you did it, but it'd be so difficult. You would be stealing paintings, bones, and other things of historical value or importance, and you'd sell them to a NPC buyer for a huge profit. This DLC could also be linked with the Mansions DLC, as you could put these cool looking items in your mansion as a sort of trophy or achievement to show off to other players. It would work the same as some of the other heists in the past, but guards would be alerted very easily. Perfect team coordination would be required to pull off the heist, and a variety of approach methods and strategies would have to be used, with no real prompts or anything like that, meaning you have to discover and work things out for yourself. So you can't just, like, it won't say, oh, go to this area. You'll have to discover all the areas first without being detected, or you have to start all over again with all your progress being wiped. Because I think we don't really have anything in GTA that has got an extreme level of difficulty that when you do complete it, you're like, yes, let's go. Not many other people have been able to complete this, but some sort of museum heist would be absolutely amazing. As like I just said, we don't have much things that are very challenging and difficult, and I think this should add another level of difficulty that I think a lot of the veteran players would really, really enjoy. But these are just my thoughts. Leave your thoughts and comments down below in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. But like always, guys, take care everyone and have a great day.
Don't like me, well I'm on the road, high speed, chase, that's what I love.